Hello, and glad to have you here today. As you're hopping on, let me know where you're coming in from, and also let me share with you what we're going to talk about today. Today, I want to talk about how you feel building your business online using social media. And have you been online for a while? Are you one of those people that came on later, especially when most of us were forced to, they hadn't already come on, and still building using old school methods? Let me know what you think about that. Is that what you're doing? And if so, there is a new, better way. And I just want to share that with you, as well as that in learning, sometimes it may not feel, especially some people, it might be really exciting. But as we're learning, sometimes there's a little bit of discomfort, there's a little bit of fear or something like that. So that's what I want to have a conversation around today. So as you're coming on, let me know, like I said, where you're coming in from. Let me know what you think about this topic, as well as I'm going to introduce myself so that we can get straight into it. So my name is Cherie Woodard, and I help business builders and entrepreneurs to use social media to get prospects, leads, and sales in their business. And I do this using attraction marketing, lead generation, as well as video marketing. I also give updated and modern strategies and tips that are trending. And I came from an environment where I was doing old school methods, and that was what I learned over 20 plus years. I'm a registered nurse by, profession initially, and I had been doing over 40 years, but I always had a side gig. So I was always, as I continued to, people kept saying, why don't you try this? Come to this meeting, do this and that. And finally, I listened to, others and got involved and did the on the side business building thing. And I just did not really, I didn't like the way that I was doing it, but I was doing because it didn't feel good to me. It was just, it was frustrating a lot of times. Go to a meeting and there's the people you invited didn't show up or didn't come. You talk to people and they think you're crazy. And I just didn't really like it. I didn't, it actually made my stomach hurt after a while of doing it. I was listening though to what I was being told, which was everybody wants what you have. And I kept trying to, incorporate that into my mind. Everybody wants what I have. Nobody can be without this. So I'm going to talk to anybody and everybody, which is what I was basically told, which may be exactly what you're doing. So, and what you've been told. So I am in the trenches with you, just like you are building your business, and I'm building my business. And when I first came online, I was using those old school methods because that's all I knew. And I was showing my product and pointing to it all the time and how everybody needed this and that. And this was like some years ago before it was like supposedly something that you weren't supposed to do on your personal profile. And then as I continued to deal with the way that I was building and not being happy with that, and not liking the sick tummy feeling and not liking the headaches and that kind of thing, I just had to do something different. So I found something different, and that's what I started doing. And I went from doing it one way online to doing it a different way, a better different way for me. And I started out in this mentorship education company that I found, learning skill sets. That was something no one ever told me anything about. No one ever said you need skill sets to be out here building a business. And but it's important to learn skill sets, and it's important to learn the way to do it, and to do it so that it's respectable, and to those that we talk to, those that we make connections with, those that we have conversations with, and not pushing on them what it is that we feel they need, but more so putting them in the forefront and seeing what it is that they need by making that connection and having a conversation. And and if they are not open to that, then that's okay. Everybody is not for me. There are certain people that are for me. There are certain people that are part of my tribe. There are certain people that are going to listen to what it is that I have to share because it's something that resonates with them as I resonate with them. So basically, let me know what you think about this. Let me know what you think about this topic. Share with me as we have this conversation. So, what I want to really cover today, and I mean, this is like a big thing, but what I really want to cover today was, say you decided, okay, well, I don't really like the way that I'm building either. I would like to actually really communicate with those, make a connection with those people that are people that I want to serve, those people that I want to help, those people that I'm putting out there in front of me instead of looking at them as dollar signs. I want to see them as those people that I'm having a conversation with after making a connection and determining, through our conversation, if we're having like-minded, conversations, like-minded things, resonating with each other. So as we're learning skill sets, though, I want to tell you a couple of things that I have written down here, and I have notes down here. So, number one, learning new things can be uncomfortable and is uncomfortable. And I've Googled this and checked it out, over time. And plus, this is something that I already knew, but I want to just check and see what else they had to say. Because what I've learned over time and what I call it is that as we're learning and we have that discomfort or uncomfortable feeling, our brain is meant to keep us safe. So if it can cause you to just say, no, never mind, I don't want to do that, and cause you to, because it wants to keep you comfortable, it wants to keep you safe. That's what our brain does. But in learning is something that is uncomfortable. And in order for us to learn and grow, we have to be able to allow ourselves to be uncomfortable. And as we are uncomfortable, as we're learning, the way that the way that I learned it, and I'm not going to go into all of the science about it, but just suffice it to say that our brain um, makes grooves. Um, let's see, it also makes connections, if you will, to allow us to grow in that knowledge. And so then as we continue to learn and grow, then I call them grooves, like I said, in our brain form, and that new knowledge is there and it's not so hard anymore. And as you continue to do that, then you continue to grow those grooves. And I can remember back in the day, they said, after a certain point, you couldn't learn anything. You've heard the expression before, you can't teach an old dog new tricks, right? So I used to really believe that. But as I have gotten older and life changes, stuff happens, and you've got to move forward or stay stuck, I decided I needed to move forward. And one of those things was building a business online. And I really found it, even though I had training wheels on in this mentorship education company that I found, I still had the little flutters of uncomfortableness in my chest. And, but I learned that that's just a part of it. And as you are learning and continue to grow in that, then, your brain makes these inroads in there to help you to continue to learn and grow. So, learning is uncomfortable. And I want you also to know that it's important that you allow yourself time. And I was one of those people that I would see people passing me up from behind. I would see people that started off with me and they were going forward past me. There were some people that we were kind of right together, and there were others that were not. And I had to learn, and this is the third thing that I have on my notes, is I had to learn to not compare myself to others. I had to learn not to compare what I was doing with what others were doing. Someone told me this a long time ago, and this truly helped me, and I hope that it helps you. And that was that I needed to run my own race, and that it's not, and that this speaks to allowing yourself time as well. Allow yourself what time you need to learn and grow in what it is that you're learning, the skill sets that I needed to learn, the concepts that I needed to learn, the things that, like just a whole, this was like totally different from what I did before. I was a registered nurse before. I wasn't in business, as far as like what I'm doing now online and the things I've learned since I've been online and in this mentorship education company. I have learned so much more than I ever thought. And so much more about building a business and being able to help others to be able to do that. And I've also learned that I don't have to be the expert. I don't have to be the person that knows everything in order to reach back and help someone that, I may be be a few steps ahead, as opposed to those that are kind of behind because they're having maybe going through the same stuff that I was going through. And so I can reach back and help someone to pull them up to where I am. As I continue to move forward, they continue to move forward. We all grow and learn in different speeds, and we do it in different ways. So it's really important to not compare yourself to others, because you don't know their education level, you don't know their experience level. I mean, they could have been in a company doing something in one company or other companies for a long period of time and have so much more knowledge in that space compared to what you have. And that's not a bad thing. That's okay, because we all have different speeds and we all have different um different knowledge bases. And so I can remember when this person told me, run my own race. It's not a sprint, it's a marathon. And so I did take that information to heart, and I hope that you too, you do as well. That it helps you to, as you're learning new ways. I mean, there's so much stuff. I mean, TikTok was nowhere on the planet that I knew about when I first came on, and I had the nerve to actually have some issues. I kind of went on and learned a little bit, and then I backed off for something else to keep, doing some other things as well. And then I found out that I kind of had dropped off TikTok and dropped off Reels. And I'm like, come on, you know that as you continue to do it, you grow in that knowledge and you learn how to do it. And it's not one of those things that consider to be hard. It's not uncomfortable anymore. My brain has adapted. I have adapted. So I just want to encourage you to know that learning is something that is uncomfortable, but it's okay to be uncomfortable. Our brain tries to keep us safe by making us comfortable, but we have to learn and understand that in order to grow, and I've seen several quotes about this, and I just want to assure you that as we continue to learn, we continue to grow. And as we continue to grow and take action, we're not standing still, we're not staying stuck. And don't compare yourself to others, because you don't know where they started from. You don't know their background. You don't know what they have, and in the way of building a business and doing the things online. And there's so many people have all this other knowledge, and that's okay. You'll learn it too. You'll learn what you need to learn for your business. Everyone is different. And then the main thing the other main thing I want you to take away from this is that it's important to find the good in everything in every day. I mean, we may have a rough day, but we can either sit in that reality and stew of it being a rotten day, or, it was horrible, it was this, it was that, or we can find the positive in it. We can find the good in it. And that's in every day. We can always find the good and we can keep moving forward. Because I think when we make ourselves stuck is when we get to where we're closing ourselves off because we don't like, that uncomfortable feeling, or we're closing ourselves off because we see other people passing us, or we're closing ourselves off and stopping and staying stuck because, this is just too hard, or so we may think. But I've been changing my language now for a long time, and I continue to try not to have certain things in my vocabulary like this is hard. I don't say that anymore. I may say this is a little challenging, but I'm going to keep moving. Something like that. I want to just impart to you how important it is to be as positive as you can be as forward going as you can be, and know that being uncomfortable is okay. As we continue to learn, our brain continues to make those ways so that we can continue to grow and learn and do the things that we want to do in life to bring us to where we want to be able to enjoy our lives with our families and be able to help others that we consider those people that are part of our tribe, those people that we want to be a part of our team, those people that we just want to be able to help as, customers, team members, whatever. We want to be able to still do those things and help them, because I truly believe that when we help others, we, in the long run, we help others to get what they want. We truly, in the long run, help ourselves by giving and helping others. So that's it for today. I hope this was good for you. I hope that it was helpful for you. I hope that it was valuable for you. And I'm going to go on and get out of here, but I am sorry that I am coming late today. I had a workshop today, and so that threw me off. And then that's okay. I had mentioned it beforehand, but for those of you that didn't hear that, that's why I'm going late today. And I'm going to go on and get off of here because I don't want to keep you anymore. I've talked enough about this deal of learning and how important it is to keep doing it, even when it feels uncomfortable, because learning is uncomfortable. So I'm going to go on and get out of here. I'm going to leave you with that. Wherever you are in the world, take care. Have a good rest of your day, evening, night, whatever that is for you. And I will see you again Tuesday, Thursday. I go live Tuesdays and Thursdays at 12 noon. And I'll share some more information with you that may be helpful to you. And that's what I'm hoping. That's what I want to do. I want to be able to share something that will help you to get through your day and give you something that you can take with you. Okay, so I will see you next week on Tuesday, and we'll go from there. So have a good rest of whatever it is for you. Bye now.